Good morning. It is Thursday, May 18th. It's about 7:20 in the morning. I am here at the Super 8, all loaded up. And the shuttle driver is supposed to be picking me up at 7:45 to take me back to Uncle Johnny's, which is where I got off trail, and get back started. So a couple of cool things coming up today, should be coming up today. Lots of climbing today. Gonna be going over Beauty Spot, which is a mountain, and up to the top of Unaka Mountain. So right now here in town, we're sitting at about 1,600 feet of elevation, and the top of Unaka Mountain is above 5,100 feet of elevation. So lots of climbing today, lots of climbing. And I'm gonna try to knock out a 20 also today with all that climbing involved. So I'm feeling good, and that's the plan. I'm hoping that all that works out. We'll see. Gonna try to make it somewhere to the area of Iron Mountain Gap today, which coming from Uncle Johnny's will be right at about 20 miles. So that's the plan. Getting ready to get started. Had a good breakfast, some hard-boiled eggs, you know, the ones that come pre-packaged, pre-cooked or whatever, but hey, they were good. And some cheese and some turkey jerky. So loaded up on protein. Had one of those smoothies made by a company called Naked. But anyway, it's green, it's got vegetables and fruits and stuff like that in it. So all loaded up on calories and proteins, and ready to get rolling. So when I get started, when I'm back to Uncle Johnny's, I'll check back in, and we'll see what we see today. All right, talk to y'all in a little bit. All right, so it's about 8 o'clock. There's Uncle Johnny's in the background there. I am back on trail, right exactly where I got off. And northbound. Let's go. The Old Chucky River. Beautiful this morning. Here at Curly Maple Gap Shelter. This thing is nice. That's where we came from. If you're in this area, if you're going northbound past the shelter, like point 1, and come stay here, come camp here, look at this. This is nice. Or if you're southbound, this is right before you get to the shelter. Not sure where that goes, a little side trail somewhere. This is where I'd be, right here. All right, we're going that way. Let's go. Hey, so while I'm thinking about it, Erwin, Tennessee, now that I've completely been through that area, look, if it doesn't matter if you're northbound or southbound, if you're gonna get off there, I'd get off right there at Uncle Johnny's. There's a road intersection there, It's super easy to get in and out of town right there. If you look on the map, it looks like USA Rafting would be a better option maybe, or either Chistoa Trailhead parking lot. Both of those areas are kind of remote. Not so much Chistoa, it would be okay, but just convenience wise, I would 100% get off at Uncle Johnny's. It's a short ride to town. If you do have to wait on a shuttle, they sell snacks and drinks there, Cokes, Gatorades, water, coffee, whatever you need. All kind of candy bars and stuff. So even if you gotta wait, you know, if you've been hiking all day, you could at least treat yourself while you wait. They also have a light resupply there, so if you didn't want to go into town, you could get stuff from there and just keep pushing on. So, but as far as walking to town from Uncle Johnny's, you could do it. It would take you a couple of hours probably. But really, it's too easy and quick and cheap to get a ride into town. Basically, from Uncle Johnny's, you go down a service road, get on I-26, go up like one exit, get off, and you're pretty much in town. So real easy. And once you're in town, the whole thing's walkable pretty much. Everything's within like a half a mile of one another. Or not from one another, but like the edge of town to the middle of downtown is like 0.5. And it's all easy street walking. It's nothing. So anyways, just thought I'd throw that out there in case anybody's watching and planning on going through there. That was my experience, and I had a good experience with all that. So that's my 2 cents. All right, talk to y'all later. We are back up, and it's windy up here. We still got plenty of more climbing to do today, but we're somewhere in the ballpark of about 3,200 feet, which I kind of consider kind of like a baseline for the AT. Most of the time, unless you're going to town, you're dropping down or coming out of somewhere around 3,000 feet. It's kind of like an equilibrium, at least in my eyes. So anyway, we were back to kind of that baseline, and then just have some mountains to climb today. Beauty spot, and the weather's good today too. I'm looking forward to that, especially beauty spot. It's supposed to be, well, it's supposed to be beautiful. So we will see here in just a little bit. Right now we are heading to Indian Grave Gap, and I think we got about 4 miles till we get there. All right, start to see the road down there. We are rolling into Indian Grave Gap. See it coming at us. And it looks like there's some stuff going on in the parking lot. They have, I don't know, maybe Trail Magic again or something. It looks like there's a lot down here. We'll see. Yep, it's like a little party. Anyway, come out here. Indian Grave Gap. That's the trail on the other side of that pickup truck and all. Sweet tea. Popped out at some power lines. Where we came from. Sending some juice to Erwin, be my guess. Nice little campsite there. You had some water. All right. So that's sweet tea. Not a good idea. Don't do that. Feeling great, like 100 great right before I went to that sweet tea. That just kicked my body into some kind of funk. I don't know. I mean, I'm fine, but do not feel the way I did before stopping there. Kind of wish I would have just pushed through there. Anyway, note to self, in the middle of a hiking day, do not stop and drink sweet tea. Gatorade, all them other little supplements you put in your water, all that's been working great. Fine. Liquid IV, I've been using that as a supplement. Sweet tea, don't do it. Do not do it. Anyway, stopping here, get some Gatorade out, getting something to eat, see if I can get the train back on the tracks. All right, some beef jerky sticks and a Gatorade I packed out from town. And the world is a better place. Northbound. We're around a mile south of Beauty Spot Mountain. It's supposed to be really pretty up here. And working our way up. Check it out here in just a few minutes. All right, folks. We're getting to the top of Beauty Spot Mountain. It's like the vultures are doing something. The car over there, that's kind of weird. I guess you can drive up here. I don't know. It's pretty up here though. Check that out. Beauty Spot Mountain. You can see town right down there. That's where we were this morning. It's crazy, isn't it? I must have camped here last night or something. I don't know. Vultures eating something up. Digging for scraps in that fire pit. There it is. We are on top of Beauty Spot Mountain. Let's go. Got a mile and a half to get to Beauty Spot Gap. So fixing to drop down a mile and a half, get down there, and then climb Unaka Mountain. See what that's like. At the top of that, the comments in Far Out say it's wooded. So there may be some views up there, I don't know. But it's not gonna be up all like this. All right, let's go. Just popped out here. This is pretty. Still working our way down to Beauty Spot Gap. Real pretty through here. Surprised I hadn't seen more deer. I mean, I know it's the middle of the day, but even in the mornings and the evenings, I don't think I've seen one since the park, since Smoky Mountain National Park. Maybe saw this wind, I don't know. So that is our next adventure for the day. That right there, that is Unaka Mountain. We are going to the top of that dude. So we're gonna drop to this gap, Beauty Spot Gap, and then climb to the top of it, Unaka Mountain. Stand by. All right, we just came out of there. We're in Beauty Spot Gap. So we'll parking area right there. And got some rocks and stuff to sit on, which is nice. About to take advantage of that. And there's a little campground here, and there's actually water here too. So, really nice campground at Beauty Spot Gap. It's got water too. And right here, a mile and a half north of Beauty Spot Mountain. All right, so we just got to this campsite. It is 0.4 south of the summit. It is gorgeous in here. Beautiful. I mean, it reminds me of like some of that section in the Smokies. Uh-oh. Just absolutely beautiful. Wow. So I'm still here at that campsite, 0.4 south of the summit. While it's fresh on my mind, let me just say, the climb up here, it ain't no joke. I ain't seen nothing like this since maybe like Georgia. It reminded me of Georgia is what it did. Just steep and rocky, root infested, just nowhere to step, hard to walk on. I mean, my feet took a beating coming up here. And it's okay right here. I don't know if it's gonna be like this the rest of the way up, or if we're going back to that. But from Beauty Spot Gap to here, out of control. And you know, I've been out here doing this pretty much every day for a minute, so yeah. No one's mentioned this one about being a tough climb, but it's a mile and a half, and there really is nowhere where it kind of, you're on a ridge for a minute, or there ain't none of that. Anyway, FYI. Oh, it was definitely worth it. Look how cool it is up here. How cool is this? Beautiful. I feel like if I was gonna see a bear, I would see a bear up in here somewhere. If I was a bear and lived in the forest, I'd have a place like this. Just saying. All right, almost to the top. Man, it's pretty. The trail turned around for sure. All right, we are standing on the peak. No marker or anything, but by GPS, we are on the peak right here. No view, but man, don't need one up here. The scenery, like just the area, this is worth it. Absolutely beautiful. And it kind of opens up right here, like a bunch of Christmas trees and stuff. Normally don't make these clips this long, but I don't know, this is amazing. Let y'all ride for a minute. I mean, look at that. Incredible. Christmas in May out here. Look, there's one. I put one of these dudes like fit in your house. One of those if you live in Midtown. Them tall ceilings. All right. Cool. All right, so we're like, I don't know, 3.5 miles away from Iron Mountain Gap. And that was kind of a goal I set for myself today. because if I get there, that will be, well, not if, when I get there, that will be 20 miles on the nose. Be a 20-mile day. But you factor in all the elevation I've had today with that. Today has been a true test. And I did that intentionally. Really just, my body's going through some serious changes right now. Like, I don't know if you've ever read or looked up neuromuscular adaptation, but that is pretty much the scientific words or whatever for getting your trail legs. And so anyway, I just wanted to see what all I could do without injuring myself or anything like that. Just see kind of what I'm capable of right now. And I'm pretty impressed. I'm not bragging on myself or anything. I'm just telling you how things are out here right now. So huge climb, a bunch of small climbs kind of tacked on top of one another, but a really big climb from Erwin all the way up to the top of Unaka Mountain. All that was a lot, plus the mileage, plus the terrain hasn't really been all that easy today. Not that it ever is out here, but sometimes it's real cruisy, and today's not really been one of those days. So, and it's not dark or anything outside. It's still mid-afternoon. So, yeah, I'm a little bit shocked, I think, but also I'll know now, planning and moving forward. I guess really the only thing to wait and see is how recovery is from this. Like, tonight, tomorrow, next couple of days. Not going to try to do a 20 tomorrow for sure. Probably another couple of days, and just see how I feel. Just see how everything is operating tomorrow, really. But yeah, no hiccups or anything. Wow, I'm like no soreness or anything like that. That give me a whole new outlook moving forward on what I'm capable of. When I'm trying to make plans for the day or trying to reach somewhere, anything like that. Not that I'm getting in a hurry out here, but just to know, just to know. And the goal from day one has always been to come out of the South, the deep South anyway, as soon as I could. I'm an Alabama boy, Southern Alabama. I backpacked and camped all up in Georgia, Tennessee, and North Carolina. So, I never backpacked or anything like that in Virginia. So anyway, point is, try to avoid some of the heat and humidity. I know Virginia's going to have that too, but also just get to a part of the country I haven't seen before. So, I've been to Virginia, but you know what I mean. Backpacked through before, camped in before. Some of my favorite stuff out here is the different little cultures in each town. Even if it's all white folks from one town to the next, they're all different. They're all got their own little different ways. They all talk a little different, and think about things differently. It's a really neat experience. It is, and that's part of what I do when I'm in town. Is not am I only taking a day off to recover, but I'm like a sponge, just kind of soaking everything in, putting it in the vaulted aisles of memory. So anyway, that is the plan though. Moving forward today, Iron Mountain Gap. There's some weird comments and far out about it, saying that there's a trash bag hanging from a mailbox if you need to deposit some trash. I don't know why there's a mailbox there. I don't know if it's still there, but yeah, so that's supposed to be there. And there's all kind of stealth sites in that area. We're about to pass Cherry Gap Shelter here in a few minutes, but I ain't no shelter rat. No, I'm kidding, totally kidding. But no, I mean, it's a little pointless to stay at them in Tennessee. So in Tennessee, the shelters don't have privies, because in Tennessee there's some law that says that a privy at one of these campgrounds or whatever, shelters in the backcountry, is considered a public restroom and therefore has to be ADA compliant. Now, I'm all about ADA compliant, I promise you. Know several people with issues like that. But you're in the backcountry on the Appalachian Trail. I mean, come on, folks. Let's use a little common sense. Anyways, rolling up on this shelter. I'll see if I can get some video of it, but I'm just passing right by. We are heading to Iron Mountain Gap. All right. There it is, folks. Cherry Gap Shelter. Looks kind of like it needs some TLC or something. I don't know. Anyway, that is it. There's a bunch of flat spots and camp spots right here at it. If I was staying up in here, this is where I would be. Anyway, let's go. Just got on top of our final climb for the day. Green up here, thick green. Got one more view for the day. Got to the top of the climb, and up here at the peak is this. Beautiful. That's pretty cool. All right, here's the deal, folks. Rolling into Iron Mountain Gap for a 20-mile on the nose day. The comments and far out say that there are some 10 sites, like 0.1 or 0.2, just north of here. And that's where I'm heading. All right, talk to y'all later.